Hi and welcome to Thailand News Today. In some of today's headlines, Thailand tourism may see a decline next year. Raid find all monks on drugs in Phetchabun temple, and hospital helps mother for gauze left in her body. All that and more coming right up in today's show. Despite conflicting optimistic predictions, the Tourism Authority of Thailand is warning that Thai tourism may take a sharp downturn next year. While international travelers are flocking to Thailand right now, industry experts fear that it may be a flood of pent-up demand, and by next year, all those who waited through the whole pandemic to get to Thailand will have already booked and taken their trips. The TAT Governor Yuttasak Supasorn explained that for nearly 3 years people could not travel and take holidays due to COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. Once Thailand began reopening, many overly eager people raced to enter the country. And since all the restrictions were lifted last month, many people who have been waiting impatiently booked their trips to come during this high season. But the TAT governor fears that all those people will finish their travel by March, and tourism in Thailand will see a big dip as factors level out. The reality of global recession, extreme inflation, and the high prices of plane tickets and travel costs will set in and cause potential travelers to delay or cancel their holidays. Still, authorities in Thailand remain hopeful that tourism revenue will continue to increase next year. Original forecasts expected 1.5 trillion baht in tourist spending this year, though that number has now been reduced to 1.3 trillion. The average foreigner is spending about 60,000 baht per trip to Thailand. The TAT believe that number could be pushed up to about 77,000 baht with various government incentives, especially offering longer stays. The final prediction for 2022 was that 10 million people would arrive from abroad by the end of the year. Now, Thailand looks set to surpass that goal, with the 10 millionth person expected to arrive on December 10th. To celebrate, the TAT is planning an Amazing Thailand 10 million celebrations promotion to be held at every port of entry to the country on the 10th. Authorities are still targeting 20 million arrivals to Thailand next year, generating 2.3 trillion baht of revenue from international and domestic tourism. That goal may be easier or harder to meet depending on the situation with Chinese tourism. The Thai government yesterday pledged to crack down the cybercrime and to hand out 13 million free laptops to students from poor or low-income families. The Digital Economy and Society, or DES Ministry, announced plans to administer free laptops to children from underprivileged families over the next 4 years, starting next year, under the Smart Thailand scheme. The Smart Thailand scheme is part of the kingdom's digital transformation roadmap, in line with Thailand 4.0 mission. Thailand 4.0 is an economic model that aims to unlock the country from several economic challenges resulting from past economic development models, which place emphasis on agriculture, light industry, and advanced industry. These challenges include a middle income trap, an inequality trap, as well as an imbalance trap. The laptop distribution is part of a collaboration with the Ministry of Education and is supported financially by the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commissions, or NBTC, which is a fund in a phase-by-phase process. Around 1 million laptops are expected to be handed over in Phase 1. DES Minister said the Smart Thailand scheme was another landmark for Thailand, following the infrastructure to develop an existing digital ecosystem. The minister added that the kingdom is preparing to introduce regulations to crack down on cybercrime and the use of mule bank accounts. These accounts are set up using stolen identities and used by scammers to commit illegal transactions via mobile banking. He also revealed that digital transformation from 2023 will be pushed forward following the implementation of cybersecurity-related laws and other regulations, such as the Personal Data Protection Act and the Digital Identity Law.
Thinking of investing, but don't know where to start? Ever heard of AAA FX?
What is AAAFX?
Good question. Look no further than AAAFX, your choice for trading and investing. Low commissions and spread with fast execution. They're trustworthy and have been offering services since 2008. You can invest using various deposit methods including crypto with negative balance protection and 100% matching deposit bonus. Choose AAAFX and enter the lucrative market of trading. Visit AAAFX.com.
Monks behaving badly has become a common trend in Thailand. Reports of monks stealing cars, fighting, and sneaking out for booze and sex have been increasing in recent months. One temple was found to be inhabited by Cambodian illegal immigrants posing as monks and soliciting cash donations to buy drugs. Now, one small temple in Phetchabun province has been left empty after every single monk was expelled for drug use. The temple, now devoid of any monks, sits in the Phetchabun district of the northern province. Reports did not mention the exact location or name of the holy site. As part of the crackdown in Phetchabun on drugs, police were joined by health authorities yesterday in raiding the small temple. Inside, they found 3 monks and the temple abbot. All 4 were given urine tests on the spot. All 4 of them tested positive for illegal drugs in their system. After the drug tests came back positive, the 4 monks were stripped off of their status and had no choice but to leave the monkhood. Now the temple has been left empty and the neighbors don't know what to do about it. Aside from villagers being dependent on the monks in the local temple for religious ceremonies and blessings, problems also arose from the temple's vacancy. There is no one left to be responsible for the upkeep of the premises and to care for the temple grounds. Also, the temple has become homes to about 10 cats and dogs living in and around the building. Members of the local community worry about what will happen now, after all the monks were busted for illegal drug use. They have appealed for help from local district officials, who in turn contacted the monastic chief of Phetchabun district. The chief pledged to resolve the situation by assigning some new monks to the now abandoned temple. Cannabis sellers on Gauze Road will be told they must operate their own smoking places to help keep the local environment free of the pungent smell of marijuana. The newly built Plantopia Zone is one such venue that will allow cannabis sales and smoking for visitors. The Department of Thai Traditional and Complementary Medicine had insisted that licensed cannabis sellers were allowed to distribute cannabis buds, but it was against the law to allow cannabis smoking or eating areas in their shops. Gauze Business Association president said earlier this week that local entrepreneurs had already prepared a separate zone for weed selling and smoking named Plantopia. He said, "We are complying with the Public Health Ministry announcement on cannabis, which bans smoking in our shops. Therefore, we have prepared a cigar bar in Plantopia, which is an excluded site away from public areas. We provide cleaning services and air ventilating system at the bar." He added that he wished to see more support for the recreational use of cannabis, but concurred there should be designated zones. When asked to elaborate on the concept of Plantopia, the president said that it is a hub for cannabis-based products such as cannabis bud extracted oils, cannabis massage oils, seasonings, and other products. The management of Khon Kaen Hospital apologized and promised assistance for a piece of gauze left in a woman who gave birth there last month and fell seriously sick afterwards. Rungnapaporn wrote on her Facebook that her younger sister went into labor at a hospital in Khon Kaen on October 3rd, and last Friday, her sister had high fever and great pain in her abdomen. The sister's husband saw a piece of gauze and brought her to Khon Kaen Hospital. There, a doctor removed the gauze. The woman was saved but would have to receive antibiotics for 2 more days before being discharged from the hospital. She said the management of the hospital told her family that it was arranging for compensation with the Public Health Ministry, but if the ministry concluded that the hospital was innocent, the family would not receive any assistance. Later, the hospital wrote that its management and medical staff regretted the incident and would improve their services. The hospital would offer assistance in compliance with Section 41 of the National Health Security Act for patients' damage occurring while receiving treatment at hospitals. And now you're up to date with all the headlines around Thailand. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye.